So here we go. I'm going to spotlight my screen and we are off. So you are the Quarto expert, star one.
Very relative terms here. If you could zoom in slightly, it might help the viewers as well.
I think so. They're going to see it full screen. I think for you just in Restream, this is just how you see it.
Sure. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Maciej against Priscus, who I don't know.
So Priscus, I believe, is leading the pack at the moment. So in terms of the tournament, he has 5.5 points out of 6, so only one draw. And Maciej, known as Briztwa, he's half a point behind. So this is a key game, and if Priscus wins, he will win the entire event.
Right. So Priscus has just moved and is going to choose a piece for Maciej. There's no blacks and whites can't make any 4 in a row anymore. So that's off the table. I can't see any way to get flat or holes. Yeah, I think this is just playing out to a draw. He's going to close up the 3 in a row that have a hole. And then, oh no, that's going to leave. Oh, we're going to get 4 short to finish. So Maciej is going to win, actually.
Really?
So the top, or kind of that row at the top is going to be 4 short, and that will claim him the win.
Oh my goodness! Okay, that's huge. So let's return to the site. This is actually very exciting. So what we've got now is Maciej has won. He has gone with 6, and it looks like Vegetaboss has drawn, and Vashud. I'm not sure why Vashud wasn't he on 5 before? Surely you should go up to 5.5. I thought maybe let me just refresh my screen.
Did he? I think he may have lost the last round then.
Oh, that's right.
He lost to Vegetaboss.
Wow, how exciting! So the leader of the tournament, Priscus, has just been overtaken by Maciej, and this is a big Pentamine score for Maciej. This could actually put him in the running for the top notch, right?
It is. I believe this is about 97 points, which is a strong score for sure. Let's see, how much will that push him up? So that'll give him another 9-ish points. It's going to be, it looks like that might just about take him ahead of Ankush. So very close at the top of the Pentamine. This is quite an important result.
Wow, really important. So tell everyone about how everything has gone, and I'm going to spotlight you as I try and chat to the winner, see if maybe he's willing to come and chat. But yeah, tell us about the tournament, please.
Sure. So for those who haven't played Quarto before, it's arguably a fairly simple game and yet very complex. So on the 4x4 grid, the aim is to get 4 in a row of 4 pieces that have the same property. So actually, if I do share my screen briefly, I can give an example. Let's see.
Okay, so yeah, once you share screen, I can put you in the driver's seat, and it looks like the winner, Maciej, is going to come and join us in a sec. So actually, he's here. Let's talk to the winner, Maciej. Congratulations on your victory, and here we go. I'm going to add Sarwan on. Coming from behind, half a point down, you had to win that in order to take first place, and you did it.
Yeah, but I was sure that Andreas should win. I didn't see his game, but I thought that he's a strong player and he won in last game. So lucky me. And to be honest, I really prefer variant with squares because there are more possibilities to win, and I guess that in the star variant, if you play quite good, results should be just a draw. Yeah, I played several games, and I think that at least at a half should be ended by draw. But it's sometimes you don't see you don't see some possibilities. Yeah, I mean that you are concentrated about three of four features, and you don't forget you forget about the last one. Yeah, but it's I really prefer the previous variant.
So this was the 2x2, which I think, did you tie for first there as well?
Sorry?
In the previous variant of Quarto 2x2, did you tie for first?
I don't hear. Sorry, maybe. Okay, can you repeat, please?
Yes. I think there's a little bit of an echo. Maybe you can, if you put headphones, it might be better. I don't know if you.
I don't have headphones. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we'll stick to this. So, I'm saying in the other variant, in 2x2, I think you tied for first, whereas today you had a clear win. Is that right?
Yeah, but you can check, because I have 6 of 7, but I lost one game in 4 moves. That really the most stupid things that you can do. Yeah. So but to be honest, in previous tournament I didn't play with Vashhot. I didn't play with EBE, so it was quite easy games in previous tournament. Yeah, so I don't know how to compare in this variant, square variant, with the best people.
Well, and Vasha, just for everyone, that's Andris Kusk, who you mentioned, who's one of the top players and a former 4-time Pentamine world champion. So very, very exciting.
I also like games, probably a little other, and I didn't have too much time to learn all them. I think that, for example, Corridor should be excellent game, but too hard to learn in 1 month. Yeah,
that is a very hard game. I'm sure next one.
But very interesting. For example, I still learn Circle of Life. I told you that is, for me, it's really interesting game. I don't know why, but I didn't lose any game on Board Game Arena, so I still hope that I can win the last tournament and maybe beat Ankush. I don't know.
Yeah,
still hope so.
Well, I think for you, it's going to be all about Hex, which you have to win Hex 14x14, because I know that you were trying to simulplay.
To be honest, it's really hard, because in Hex or like similar games, there are players who play in that tournament are really strong. So, for example, Daniel Sepchuk or Alek Kurczycki are much better than I. So I don't think that I have any chances to in Hex to win.
Really? You okay? So you
because there are some games you can learn in 1 month. Yeah, like Quattro, like Battleship. But Hex is more complex, and there are some players who played for 10 years. Yeah, I mean Hex, Twixt. There are a lot of such games where you can see only about 20 people in Mind Sports Olympiad, but average level of top players are really high, and it's really strange. For example, I really bad poker player. I can't play. But I get over 98 points because I have really good strategy. I mean, find 2 really weak players. Take his money, take the money, and when I have about 10 times start stack, I just wait and postpone when I lose all my money, and these tactics will be enough to be 11 for 700 people. So I think that maybe you should think about to change.
Oh yeah, we're definitely looking at tweaking. We've always seen.
Yeah, and there are a lot of advantage for players who play in Euro games, I think. Yeah, because still more people prefer random, simple games than more complex. Yeah.
Well, I think actually, by the way, this is just an interesting comment. I know that you're amazing at two-player games. I'm sure that if you put your mind to it, you would do very well at multiplayer games as well. It's a different skill set, but I'm sure you could do it. And I think that's a skill you could build.
Maybe I should learn some of them, but
because not all of them are about diplomacy. I mean, tonight there's a game called Acquire, which is, no talking is allowed in Acquire, and it's purely about strategy, right, Saravanan?
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, maybe I should learn, but another problem is that I'm not sure that I should spend my time to learn games only for Mind Sports Olympiad. I think that last month I learned only games, so I'm really tired because every day I don't work, I don't do anything else. Yeah, I just learn games, and I'm not sure yet that I can do it, and I learn about 3-4 games. Yeah, when I decide to learn 10 or more games, I'm not sure. Maybe I will decide later. It depends on many other things. Yeah, it depends that future Mind Sports Olympiad will be online or not. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yes, because I know you're enjoying having it online, being able to compete.
But it will be really nice to meet you and other great player. Because Ankush or Andreas or other players are really great, and I think it will be really cool to meet them. Yeah.
Yes, you must come, and I hope, obviously, COVID permitting, that we can do a physical tournament as well. So just a few things. Just out of curiosity, what do you do in real life, like for when you're not dominating tables?
Okay, it's. Okay, I deal with machine learning, and I was PhD student. I have some problems, but in next year, in next month, I will start again. I will do something which is called PhD with company. I mean that I work in company which try to analyze ETL processes. Yeah, it's really hard to explain it in 2 minutes, but you can think that you have some graph which calculates something. Yeah, models. Graph you can model some procedures, and you want to find some patterns. You want to find the duplicates of code and something like that. And in next month I will start the PhD with cooperation with some company. So that's what I do in real life.
So Ravana, by the way,
sorry for my English, but I'm really tired.
We used to have a programming competition. We used to make a goal several times. We had a programming competition. She's a great programmer, and machine learning obviously is very.
I'm not programmer. I deal with machine learning. I'm more mathematician than computer scientist. Yeah, I graduated math. Yeah, so it's a little different approach. I prefer. I even don't need to write code. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I have to sometimes. Yeah, but I'm not sure that I like it. A little. I like if it's about 20-30%. Yeah, of my job.
Interesting. If you don't know, Andres also, I believe, is working in data science. I think maybe more the practical aspect versus your theoretical side. But nonetheless, clearly it goes hand in hand with games.
Very much so.
I interested about artificial intelligence in games, but it's really hard. And after it was my first idea to get PhD, but but there appeared some problems, and another thing that Google or DeepMind just solved a lot of games, so it's
You know that our 5-time, which at the moment is a record, Pentamind champion is Demis Hassabis, who is the founder of DeepMind.
I read about it.
So, yeah. Again, very, very related. So again, so congratulations. I mean, yeah, obviously it sounds like you're doing brilliant stuff, and you're clearly an amazing and brilliant competitor in person. And I want to say it's so great to have an amazing competitor like you coming in, and I don't know where you're going to finish. I hope it's on the podium, and it still might be number one. I don't know, but the fact that you've come out of nowhere, and there's several people like you, but you and Jordi Alexander are the two top newcomers. It's amazing to see, and you're going against the best in the world, and you're right up there with the best in the world, and that's
I think that many people don't know that there is something like Mind Sports Olympiad. Yeah, I didn't know about it. So I think that there are a lot of people who are good in board games. Yeah, especially that there are a lot of in Mind Sports Olympiad. There are a lot of board games. Yeah, a lot of Euro games, classic games. So, and about my place, I think that there are 4 or 5 players who have really good Pentamind score, and it's really hard to say which result is better. So because we play in different games, yeah, and sometimes it's really hard to compare. Yeah, I told you that sometimes there are some games where play only 20 players, but they're really strong. And how to measure it? Yeah, I think it's really impossible. And I think that after that game, I think I should have score about 480, which I thought before tournament it should be quite simple gold. Now I don't know that any medal I will have. So it's really yeah. But
I think that score today's quarter will take you closer to somewhere around 486, 487. So I think you'll be neck and neck with Ankush at the top. We'll definitely be going down to the wire of the last couple of days.
I think so too. So we'll see. Obviously, yeah, there's some calculations there to confirm, but yeah, you certainly got a shot. And wow, I mean, it's so exciting to watch you guys, racing to that top score. I mean, it's really very inspiring. So you're saying, yeah, we'd love more people to know about it. How did you hear about the Mind Sports Olympiad?
Sorry, can you repeat?
You mentioned not everybody knows obviously about Mind Sports. We want more people to know. How did you learn about the Mind Sports Olympiad?
Probably I told you, but okay, I can. I tried to check that there is something about World Championship of Hex, and I checked that in Wikipedia it's written that that Hex is part of Mind Sports Olympiad. I thought that there is something like Olympiad only for mind sports. I mean chess, bridge, shogi, and bridge.
Yeah, that was
something like that. And I thought, okay, what the hell Hex is in that Olympiad? And next time I will check that there is some other Olympiad where there are about 60 or more games. Really a lot of games which I don't know, like Lines of Action. And I thought, okay, why Hex is absent in last years, and I wrote to you, and someday you wrote that Hex is in this year, and I decided to find Pentamind, and I have added some new games. At the beginning, I was only thought that okay, I want to have more than 5 different games, later 5 different games in abstract games. And I also tried to play 2 games at the same time. I have 3 or 4 opportunities, but I resign in most of the time. I only tried in one day, and it was terrible. I played in chess tournament and in Hex tournament. And in both I made a lot of errors. I won in chess tournament, but it was too lucky. Really, you can check my games. Most of them I was really behind but when we have about 2-3 minutes, I think that I have something like that I create problems from nothing, and yes. I often heard when I was young from my teacher, even I have really bad position, I can create problems, create, and really good. I don't think that I really good in strategy in chess, but I really create problems, and you can't play perfectly, especially that I'm not really good player in chess. I'm not grandmaster. Probably this kind of tactics will be bad when I want to be a grandmaster. But on 2,300, I think it works.
No, I mean, hey, it's amazing to be able to do that. So, do you think if you were only playing, this is the 11 by 11 hex, if you weren't playing chess, which you won the chess event, do you think you might have won the hex 11 by 11 event?
No. I told you there are some really good players who play.
It wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, great results, but with a lot of luck. Yeah, I also could be, I don't know, 10th in chess, and so it's really hard. Maybe it was easy in games where a lot of breaks. I don't know. Maybe in some Euro games, maybe in bridge when you don't play. I don't know. It really depends.
Yeah, I guess the chess is particularly the kind of 2 minutes each, 3 minutes each, are probably much tougher to multitask.
In chess, it's strange because often people think that, okay, I'm much better. I can spend 5 from 10 minutes to do nothing, or just if I have 5 minutes and my opponent 10, I'm still better. Mm-hmm. But no, it doesn't work, really. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but time is really important. You can be better, but if you don't have time to think how to play, maybe it doesn't work with my style. I don't know. It's many things you can put together, and okay, I think that's
true. Yeah, definitely true. But your chess results show that your strategy is effective, at least for the Mindboard tournament.
Just I don't think that I just how to say this strategy. It's just kind of play that I.
Cool.
It's just style in many games, that I like to play practically. Yeah, I mean.
And that, by the way, I mean that's obviously great, and that's a big part of it. It's not about playing perfectly; it's about playing the player sometimes as well. So hold on, if you're willing, maybe to do with Saravanan a quick analysis of the final Quarto game. Are you willing to do? Do you have energy for that?
Probably not.
Okay, that's fine. But tell us then, what is ahead for the rest of the week? Where do you think your chances are for getting? You mentioned Circle of Life. What else? You're skeptical about Hex?
Okay, last week there are only a few games. I think that I have. I have only 3 games. Why? Circle of Life, Hex, and Abalone.
Wow. Well, first of all, I have to say, you have a chance in Abalone because the world champion, Vincent Frischaud, who's won many years in a row, he has decided not to play this year. He's going to be organizing and doing commentary on the live stream, and everybody's going to be playing on the new platform that he's developed. So you'll be using his new website.
But I have only a few days to maybe not to learn, because I played it a few years ago, but I'm not sure that I'm really play something more than random. Okay, it's hard to say, but I'm not sure that I'm good players. So I still believe that my most chances are in Circle 5. I don't know why, but
I'm not sure how many
these
people.
games tell
I don't know how many
much to me.
people. I don't know how many people are registered for Circle Life, so it might not be that high.
Yeah, it's the most problem, but
Yeah.
I still believe that people will register.
You need a miracle in Hex, I think. As difficult as you are, that's what you need.
Or maybe in Hex, yeah. I will say I think that my results it's great, and even I will be second or third. I think that's okay. I want to beat Ankush, but he has so great result. I told you that it's really hard to compare because we played really different games, and so I think that's all. And
cool. Well, I want to wish you. First of all, I want to say it's really great to have you in the tournament, and it's lucky. So if I hadn't added Hex, you might not have been here. Is that right?
I'm not sure because I know about this event, and so maybe I still want to play in some tournaments.
Cool.
I don't know. Hex was only that I that I checked where is played and so it's the thing that caused that I know about Mind Sports Olympiad. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, at the beginning, I thought that I play only in some chess tournaments, in Hex. I don't remember, but it was about less than 10 events.
And now, how many events are you competing in total?
More than 20, 25, something like that.
A busy month for you then.
Still, when I know about it earlier, I probably learned some other games. It was really hard to learn Battleship or Quattro in 1 month. Yeah, I think.
So actually,
maybe after this event, I will ask you what games are usually in My Sports Olympiad, and I will start to train it earlier.
Sure. Well, lines of action, which
I think that it's still interesting to give a game and just to say, okay, you have 2-3 days and learn it.
Well,
it's really interesting idea.
We've actually had events at the Mind Sports event where we've had a few surprise events where you learn the game and you start the tournament immediately. A brand new game that doesn't exist. So so we have done that. And also, I've been to some tournaments in Essen. There's the Europe Masters where they choose 4 new games 4 months beforehand, and you have 4 months to learn 4 new games and compete. So that's quite fun. But those are Euro games, so very different. Those
but you have to check that game is playable because even you see that there are a lot of problems with Battleship.
Yes. Oh yeah. Are you sure, by the way, that your system can guarantee a draw for the second play?
No, I check it, and you can break it.
Good.
But still, it can limit first one. But however, it's really bad when second player can't win. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, double rounds. As long as you have double rounds, it's fair.
Maybe I don't know.
Interesting.
So it's an interesting idea, but you have to check that this game is playable. I mean, not only that some players had advantage, but it can't be too simple, yeah, and some other things. But I still believe that there are some games which are played every year for about 20. I'm not sure how old is My Sports Olympiad. About 20 more.
24 years.
So I think that there are a lot of games much older than 1 or 2 years. So probably I should check some of them. And
so lines of action, is that something that you're thinking about as well, though, coming up?
I will not play in this year, but I probably.
Why not? Because I'm just as a, obviously, look, this is all, we're live, we're broadcasting, we're talking, but I think as a chess player and a modern abstract aficionado, I think you would be amazing at lines of action.
Okay, tell me when is lines of action. How many days I have?
Am I right or not? What do you?
Oh, 100%. It has a similar. I think you'll find it's a tactics game, strategy, some end game tactics. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you.
Okay, I thought about it, but I decided that.
I mean, it's literally played. It's played on a chessboard. Which
okay,
is already...
at least 2 days I think that I need. At least.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday evening, so you have 2 days.
Wednesday evening. Okay.
But that's Hex as well, is it or not? Is Hex?
No, Hex is on a different day.
Well, there you go. Because you could be. I think obviously there's a lot to learn, but you could be amazing at lines of action.
I will see, because sometimes. I don't understand, but sometimes you can start play the game, and this game you just play good because I don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I will see if I like this game. I will. Yeah. I don't know why, but I think that's sometimes you play well or not just because your intuition is good or not. And you can realize some simple strategies fast or not.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, sorry, I'm really tired. I think that's
go.
Really quick interview.
Congratulations! What a pleasure it is to see you here again in the winners booth.
Okay,
good luck in the rest of the week. I know everybody's going to be watching you, and we can't wait to see what you're able to do.
Okay, thank you.
Right.